Good afternoon and welcome to Zaleski Sports and this afternoon's WIAA Regional Championship game with the Loyal Greyhounds with an impressive 16-2 record taking on the Redmen of Rib Lake with also a very impressive 17-5 record on the season. And Rib Lake just coming off an 8-1 victory over Spencer in a regional game yesterday. And Loyal, who is coming off a 11-1 victory against Spring Valley yesterday to advance to the championship here. I'm trying to think. We'll let you know where they go after this. But it should be a great ball game as Rib Lake took the Marewood Conference North Division, and actually with leading the way for them is the Player of the Year, Talon Scheitower, who will be pitching today for the Redmen. And for Loyal, they had the Player of the Year in the Clover Belt this year in Rhett Lamovic, as he will be pitching. So a great matchup against the Players of the Years in each conference. And so it should be one heck of a ball game. Beautiful day. It's 76 degrees outside with hardly any wind, 3 miles per hour out of the south. And so it should be a great ball game. The starting lineups today is brought to you by Lakewood Credit Union. It is proud to serve the greater Rib Lake community with checking and savings accounts, flexible loan options for life's needs, and convenient mobile banking. Lakewood Credit Union, local banking with the personal service you know and love. Friendly, insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. The starting lineups for the Loyal Greyhounds, leading off and playing second base, Adam Kautzer. Batting second and playing short, Kane Tofar. Batting third and pitching for the Greyhounds, Rhett Lamovic. Batting fourth and DHing, Colton Sandelier. Batting fifth and playing first base, Hunter Walter. Batting sixth and catching today, Trin Shell. Batting seventh and playing right field, Jonah Verks. Batting eighth and playing third base, Andy Pavkovsik. Sorry on that. And batting ninth is Reed Sticklitz and playing center field. And in left field is Rogan Ashbeck. For the Redmen of Rib Lake, as I mentioned, coming into this contest with a very impressive 17-5 record. Leading off and playing shortstop, Slade Scheitower. Batting second and playing center field, Seth Borchardt. Batting third and pitching, Talon Scheitower. Batting fourth and catching, Ethan Cook. Batting fifth and playing first base, Brady Heiser. Batting sixth and DHing, Brevin Bramer. Batting seventh and playing right field, Blake Henderson. And batting eighth and playing second base, Tyler Matica. And playing batting ninth and playing left field, Lucas Cook. And playing third base for the Redmen today is Ty Nemi. We're just a few minutes away as out on the mound is Lamovic, getting his warm-up throws in. And we're going to tell you about Chastine Hosley Insurance Agency is your full-service agency in Pittsville, offering auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance from a variety of companies, including Progressive. Whatever you need to protect, let them provide you with a free quote. That's Chastine and Hosley Insurance Agency, downtown Pittsville and Loyal. And so, like I said, beautiful day, a wonderful crowd, as you can see, as we are out in center field out here in the football press box. And so the crowd, they're lined up along the first base side. A few over the new building that they're building here also. I think it looks like a new concession stand along the third base side here. But the bleachers are jam-packed full, and they've got a picnic area just along the third base side there by the third base dugout. And so Rhett Lamovic just finishing up his warm-ups as the throw goes down to second, and we'll be getting ready for the first pitch here. And the coaches for is Randy Montalvo, starting in his 4th season, and sad to say, it will be his last one, as he will be moving to Arizona, where his family is, and Randy has done just an outstanding job with the Greyhounds of Loyal. So we're ready to start here, and Lamovic gets the sign and the windup and the pitch, and a call strike right at the knees, the opening pitch, and the first pitch is at 4:57, so we're actually starting 3 minutes early, as this game was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. Next pitch, and a strike right at the knees, as Lamovic looks very impressive here to start out with the first 2 pitches right down Main Street. As Rhett is in his windup, and they thought that Slade Shytower went around, but held up, and the count now will be 1-2 on Slade. It's going to be kind of hard the way the scoreboard is situated here to actually see the scoreboard. It's kind of at a strange angle here as they're using, and a call, strike 3. It catches the inside corner as Shytower goes down, and that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for all your restoration and cleanup. Surf Pro, like it never happened. And bringing up now Seth Borchert, the center fielder. And I'll get you some. I've got some averages in that here also. Go through my paperwork here. And Borchert on the season, batting .339 for the Redmen. And the next pitch, call strike. As the count now is 1-1. Rhett from the windup and the pitch, and catching the outside corner for a call strike 2. As Lamovic working the corners very well today. Getting a sign from Tren behind the plate. Gets what he wants and delivers. Just missing outside. 2-2 count on Seth Borchert, the center fielder for the Redmen. Actually, this field, and a foul ball down the third base side. This field actually sits on the football field here at Loyal High School. And so they've kind of got a snow fence for the home run fence here. And it could easily, it's not that high. It's only maybe about 3.5, 4 feet high. And so a bouncing ball, you could see a lot of ground rule doubles. But it's actually short also, as the Loyal Greyhounds have 12 home runs this season. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is another Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro. And he'll take care of all your cleanup needs. And Surf Pro, like it never happened. So the second strikeout for Lamovic. That's his, as Borchert goes down swinging, bringing up Talon Shytower, the player of the year in the Merwood North. First pitch comes in down low for ball 1. As Talon Shytower hitting .365 on the season with, let's see what he's got for RBIs here. 16 RBIs on the season also. And ground ball, and gets past the second baseman out into right field for a base hit. As Rib Lake gets the first hit in the ball game here by Talon Shytower. Bringing up the cleanup hitter, Ethan Cook. Cook on the year, hitting in that cleanup spot, is hitting .360, as they've got some really power hitters in this, or a good base hitting ball club, as they've only had one home run this season, but as a team they're hitting .324. on the season. And the pitch. Catches the inside corner for a call strike to Ethan Cook. Shytower at first with a marginal lead. Lamovic looks over from the stretch and the pitch, and Shytower taking off, and foul ball down the third base side as Talon Shytower will be heading back. Shytower on the season, let's see what he's got for stolen bases. He's got 10 stolen bases this year. He's actually 10 for 10 in stolen bases. So is a threat to try to get into scoring position here for the Redmen early in the first inning here of today's WIAA Regional Championship game. Shytower taking off, pitch high. And they're saying as Cook was hit with the pitch, comes a dead ball. So now runners at first and second here in the top of the first inning. Bringing up the first baseman, Brady Heiser. Heiser on the year, hitting a outstanding .382, leading the ball club with 28 RBIs and the only home run that the Redmen have hit this year. So maybe with this short front porch, he might put the Redmen ahead here in the first inning. Heiser hitting in the number 5 spot for Coach Iverson, who's been there a long, long time. Had a nice talk with Dick before the ball game. And a ground ball past a diving shortstop, and rounding third is Shytower. Throw coming home. Shytower with a slide into home plate, and he's safe. As going into second on the throw is Heiser, and Cook rambles over to third, and Talon Shytower scores the first run for the Redmen to give the Redmen a 1-0 lead in this contest. So now runners at second and third with 2 outs. Everything happening here with 2 outs, with Shytower getting a base hit to right, and then Cook hit by a pitch, and then an RBI single by Brady Heiser to give the Redmen a 1-0 lead here on the top of the first inning. And bringing up Brevin Bramer in the DH position. And Bramer on the season hitting .290 with 18 RBI. So 2 runners here in scoring position for the Redmen as Rhett from the stretch and pitch down low. As the Greyhounds, now that the Redmen have scored in the 18 games that the Greyhounds have played this year, 8 of them have been shutouts. So that's gone by the wayside. And in 12 of the 18 games that the Greyhounds have played, they've scored 10 or more runs. And they've won 12 of their 18 games by the 10-run rule. So the Loyal Greyhounds with a very, very explosive offense. And a pitch, call strike, right down Main Street to Bramer. And the count now is 2-2 to Bramer. Rhett from the stretch and knocked down nicely by Shell. Having a little problems with my cord here, getting all tangled up here. Maybe dancing around here pretty soon on the floor. So we've got a 3-2 count here. Runners at second and third for the Redmen. Working out of the windup. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss as Lamovic gets 3 strikeouts here, but the Redmen come up with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And after a half inning of play, it's the Rib Lake Redmen 1 and Loyal Greyhounds coming to bat. And you're watching WIAA Regional Championship from Loyal on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
And we're back here at Loyal and JP Auto Repair. When you need professional auto service, look no further than JP Auto in Rib Lake. JP Auto congratulates Brady and the Rib Lake team and coaches on a great season. You make your community proud. So the Redmen out in front here, 1-0 from Loyal. Beautiful day for baseball and a great, great crowd. And leading off for the Loyal Greyhounds, first pitch comes into a ball to Adam Kautzer, the second baseman. As Kautzer on the season, hitting .238 for Loyal. Shytower from the windup and pitch outside. The count 3-0 to Kautzer. And a call strike. Shytower on the season is 6-3 in 51 2/3 innings. And Kautzer gets on with an opening walk. So the Greyhounds get the leadoff batter on, bringing up Kane Tofar. Tofar having an outstanding season as he's hitting .389 on the season with 21 RBIs. And Shytower has thrown, like I said, 51 2/3 innings. Throw over to first and back in as Kautzer. And Talon with a 1.35 ERA. He's got 70 strikeouts this year and 20 walks to his credit. Shytower working out of the stretch, takes a look over at first. And the pitch. And pitch upstairs. And coming out is the pitching coach. Very early here in the first inning. Just the second batter. And we're going to tell you about Tiemann Realty. Tiemann Realty offers complete real estate and appraisal services to Clark County and beyond. Visit them at their Greenwood office or at tiemannrealty.com. And they say, go Hounds. And the conference is all over. Loyal with the runner at first. That's Adam Kautzer, who walked on 4 straight pitches. Shytower, the pitch way upstairs, gets by the catcher and going in, and on a pass ball, as that bounced off the glove of Ethan Cook. So the Greyhounds with a runner in scoring position with nobody down here in the bottom of the first inning. Shytower from the stretch and outside and puts Kane Tofar on. So runners now at first and second brings up Rhett Lamovic, who was the player of the year in the Marewood North Division for the Rib Lake Redmen. And let's see. Rhett is first pitch upstairs for a ball. Lamovic hitting .407 on the season with 18 RBIs. And He does not have a home run this year, as the Loyal Greyhounds do have 12 home runs this season. As it's a very explosive offense. Shortstop trying to sneak in there to get Kautzer. Next pitch comes in, catches the outside corner to Lamovic for a call strike. And the count now 2-1 to Rhett Lamovic from the stretch. And fouled down the third base side. As both of these teams have quite a few players on the all-conference team this year. And a ground ball to short. And they still get him, as coming up a little lame is Lamovic, as seems like he might have pulled a muscle. They're saying he was safe on the play. It looked like the umpire had signaled him out, but they're calling him safe. No, they are calling him out as he's heading back to the dugout. But advancing to third and second, Kautzer went to third and Tofar went to second. I'm thinking he might have pulled a muscle in the hamstring or in a leg somewhere as he goes limping off the field. But that would change things a little bit of pitching-wise. And a swing and a miss by Colton Sandelier. Sandelier on the season is hitting .391 with 18 RBIs, and Greyhounds with 2 runners in scoring position. And a fly ball out to left field into the power alley against the wall. 2 runs will score. And coming into second and sliding in safe is Colton Sandelier with a 2-run double to the left center field power alley. And the Loyal Greyhounds take a 2-1 lead. As Sandelier comes up with a big 1-out double here in the bottom of the first inning. And fouling it off is Hunter Walter. Walter on the season hitting .350 with 14 RBIs. Pretty consistent lineup up and down this Loyal batting order. As Loyal takes a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. And catching the outside corner for a call strike to Walter, the first baseman for the Greyhounds. And the count 0-2. And a ground ball. And actually, it was a swing and a miss. And it got by the catcher, so actually that is scored as a strikeout, but an E2 on the catcher. And going to third on the play is Sandelier. So runners now, instead of having 2 outs, they only have 1 out, and runners at the corners for the Loyal Greyhounds here in the bottom of the first. And bringing up Trin Schell, the catcher. And the first pitch up high for ball 1. As Schrell on the season is hitting .205, but when he does get some hits, they're and out at second is Walter, but scoring is Sandelier, as Schell will get credited with a fielder's choice and an RBI to give the Loyal Greyhounds a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. And it's a ground ball to the shortstop. Scheitauer got the first one, but not the second. as it was a slow roller, really not enough speed on the ball to work that double play. And bringing up Jonah Verks, as Verks on the season is hitting .450 with 5 RBIs. And the pitch, and a strike right at the knees to Jonah. And a throw over to first and back in plenty of time. I saw this Loyal team against Columbus this year when they played at Marshfield on that turf field at Marshfield High School. And a foul ball down the first base side. And they are a very, very explosive ball club. It'll be interesting, though, if Lamovic does go out in the second inning, as he came up limping while running one out to first on a ball that was hit to the shortstop. And striking out for out number 3 is Jonah Verks. But the Loyal Greyhounds come up with 3 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left. And after 1 complete inning of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds 3 and the Rib Lake Redmen 1. And you are watching WIAA Regional Championship action from Loyal here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Zembo Plumbing and Heating are your full-service home comfort experts. Congratulations to the Rib Lake baseball team and coaches on a fantastic season from Zembo Plumbing and Heating. And Hankey Oil. Hankey Oil has been proudly serving the Rib Lake area since 1954. Get quality fuels for your farm, home, and forestry needs at Hankey Oil. Wishing the Rib Lake baseball team the best of luck in today's game. As we go to the top of the second inning, and leading off for the Redmen will be Blake Henderson. As we'll take a look at what Blake has done on the season. First pitch comes in right down Main Street for a call strike. Blake is hitting .298 on the season with 9 RBIs and hitting in the number 7 spot for Coach Iverson. A swing and a miss for strike 2. And a ground ball. And getting on with a slow bouncing roller. No farther than maybe 25 feet. Kind of in no man's land there, where the catcher and the pitcher really don't have a chance to get it. And Blake Henderson's going to come up with a base hit to start the second inning here for the Redmen. That is the 3rd hit now by the Redmen. Bringing up Tyler Taika. And Tyler on the season. And Tyler squaring around, fouls it off for strike 1. Tyler hitting on the year 164, as he does have 1 sacrifice this year. Playing second base for the Redmen. Lamovic getting the sign, looks over at first, from the stretch. And the pitch. And a high hopper to second. Throws over to first in time for out number one. And advancing to second is Blake Henderson. So the Redmen with a man in scoring position with one down here in the top of the second inning. Bringing up Lucas Cook, batting in the 9 spot for the Redmen and playing left field. And Lucas hitting .360 and 16 RBIs out of the 9 spot. That is really impressive. And the windup in a pitch. And ball bounces away from Trinchell behind the plate there. But Blake stays put at second. Big hole between first and second as the second baseman holding the runner on. I'm surprised with a left-handed hitter that you're letting that big of gap. From the stretch and the pitch. And fouling it off into the screen. As Rib Lake had 3 ball players on the first team, all conference this year. Talon Scheitower, Slade Scheitower, who's only a freshman, and Ethan Cook, who's a junior. He'll be back next year. Both teams here with only 2 seniors on the roster. And just missing that outside corner. And then Seth Borchardt made the second team all-conference. And then Tyler Mateka was an honorable mention. And then Lucas Cook, a freshman, making the honorable mention list for Redmond. And as I mentioned, Player of the Year, Talon Scheitower, and Coach of the Year, Dick Iverson. And Dick has won quite a few of those when he's at Rib Lake. And just missing. And heading down to first base is Lucas Cook. And so now runners at first and second with one down here in the top of the second inning. And back to the top of the batting order is Slade Scheitower, who struck out back in the first inning. From the stretch and the pitch. And ground ball to second. Got second for one. And sliding in head first is Scheitower, and he's safe, but they get the runner at second. Advancing to third is Henderson on the play. So that'll go 4-6 on the putout for out number 2. And Scheitower on with a fielder's choice for the Redmen. So runners at the corners with 2 down. And bringing up Seth Borchardt, the center fielder. And Seth struck out swinging back in that first inning. Rib Lake Redmond have been to the state tournament 4 times. And a fly ball out the left and just foul. And finishing as state runners up twice. So they've got some history there. Loyal, of course, never been to the state tournament, as Coach Randy Montalvo would like to get him to state here. As I mentioned, this year will be his farewell to Loyal, as he will be moving to Arizona next year. From the stretch, Lamovic. And the pitch. And ground ball to second as Kautzer throws over to Walter for out number 3. So the Rib Lake Redmen threaten here in the second inning. They get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and left 2 stranded. And so after 1.5 innings of play, it's the Rib Lake Redmen 1 and the Loyal Greyhounds 3. And you're watching tournament action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
And we're back here at Loyal. I'm going to tell you about Smith Brothers Meats. Get fresh meats and cheeses every day and let them cater your next event. That's Smith Brothers Meats in Colby. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 6, and Saturdays, 8 till 4. And Dahlman Insurance. The Dahlman Insurance Agency, LLC, is family-owned and operated, covering homes, businesses, and farms in Wisconsin since 1978. With offices in Greenwood, Thorpe, Eau Claire, Elk Mound, and Fall Creek. Come for great rates and stay for the service. As we go to the bottom of the second inning here, as Petkovskis is now batting and trying to find here we go. We'll see what Andy is hitting this year, 174. Hitting in the 8th spot. And a chopper back to the mound. Throws over to first for out number 1. As Kalen Shytower bouncing off that mound. Field that ball and get that first out for the Redmen. Bringing up the center fielder, Reed Stiglitz. As Stiglitz on this season hitting .348 with 4 RBIs. He does have a home run, a triple, and he's got 8 hits. He's 8 for 13, has played only 13 ball games this season. The thing is, if you look at the stats of Loyals, you know, the most plate appearances on here is 69 plate appearances, but you got to remember that 12 of the 18 games that Loyal played this year were only 5-inning contests. So, you know, you may only get maybe 2 or 3 times to the plate as Loyal puts a lot of runs on the board and ends games in 5 innings. So the plate appearances, not that many, but they're very effective when they do get to the plate, as they have 131 hits on the season. They're hitting .313 as a team. And the next pitch comes outside for a ball. As Reed Stiglitz batting in the number 9 spot for Coach Randy Montalvo. And a call, strike 3, catching the outside corner as Reed Stiglitz gets caught looking for out number 2. And back to the top of the batting order for Adam Kautzer, who walked on 4 pitches back in the first inning and scored the first run for the Loyola Greyhounds. Shytower working out of the windup and the pitch. And a call strike on the outside corner. And next pitch down low. Count now 1-1. As I mentioned, Randy, this is his 4th season here at Loyal. He's been in the school system for quite a few years. And following off is Kautzer. But he started coaching here at Loyal in 2022, where the first year he was 3-13. In 2023, he progressed to 7-13. Last year he was 10-8, and this year 16-2, and he's 36-36 overall. But you look in the last 2 years, he's 26-10. So seeing the progression by the Loyal Greyhounds, and as I mentioned, Loyal winning their first conference title in it's got to be about 7 years. And so and a ground ball to first, and it's going to be a race. And coming over and making the play as Heiser tosses it to Scheitower for out number 3. So the Greyhounds go 1-2-3 in the second inning. So after 2 complete innings of play, it's Loyal 3 and the Redmen of Rib Lake 1. And you're watching tournament action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for. Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
And ZB Designs, looking for custom signs, banners, or apparel to make for your event, or even lighted signs to make businesses stand out. Stop by ZB Designs in Colby or give us a call at 715-223-7643. Leading off for the Redmen here in the top of the third inning is the pitcher, Talon Scheitower, as he singled to right field. Back in the first inning, and takes a look at a pitch down low, checks the swing. As we got a few fans out here in center field behind the home run fence here. And fouling it off is Scheitower. You know, comparing coaches here, we go to the Redmen of it was kind of interesting looking at the assistant coaches and also the head coach, as Dick Iverson starting his 42nd season. And I remember when I was umpiring, went up to Rib Lake and umpired one of my final ball games up there, and colder than a son of a gun. And it's like, he says to me, well, welcome to Rib Lake, you know. And but I had umpired for 30 years, and I had something that happened that I had never seen before. It was so cold up there, and a ground ball foul, that a ball player fouled it off and literally shattered an aluminum bat. And that year, I had 3 that shattered, and it was just an experience that I thought, man, I'd never seen. I mean, I've seen broken bats, you know, with wood bats when I played bat 50 years ago, but all of a sudden now it's you're seeing aluminum bats that must have hit a weak spot and just shattered. But Dick Iverson, their 42nd year for Dick, and an outstanding career. And the next pitch comes high and inside to Talon Scheitower. And Dick Iverson with an overall record of 549 wins and 251 losses. He was inducted into the WBCA Hall of Fame back in 2010. And one of the nicest gentlemen you ever want to meet. Going down swinging is Talon Scheitower, and that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. And Jamie Wenzel, for all your cleanup needs, call Surf Pro like it never happened. So one down here in the third or fourth strikeout for Lamovic. Brings up the catcher, Ethan Cook. Coach Iverson, one of the nicest gentlemen. Had a great talk with him for about 5-10 minutes before the ball game, and it was great to see Dick again. I haven't seen him in about 21 years, and so it was great to have a nice conversation. But going back to his coaching staff, as Gary Hole starts his 36th season with him, between his coaching staff that he's got, between the 4 coaches, they have 107 years of experience. And Dick was saying all his assistant coaches have been varsity coaches at one time, and they're all volunteer coaches. They just want to coach with Coach Dick Iverson. So, like I said, just a wonderful man that, and there's a lot of coaches, in not just in central Wisconsin, but in the state of Wisconsin that are just doing an outstanding job and working with these student athletes. And they should get a little more credit than what they get. So a swing and a miss as Lamovic shoots a fastball past a swinging Ethan Cook. One down here in the top of the third inning. Lamovic from the windup and the pitch. And upstairs for a ball. As we've got flying ants here now in the press box. When I came in here, it looked like a whole colony of dead flies were here, so it was a long winter. They had to stay somewhere. But and just missing that inside corner. And Ethan Cook working a walk. He got hit by a pitch back in the first inning. So he's been on twice, bringing up Brady Heiser, the first baseman. Brady's got the lone RBI as he had an RBI single to score Kalen Scheitauer back in the first inning. Beautiful day, hardly a cloud in the sky. Game time temperature was 76 degrees and the wind's out of the south at 3 miles per hour. I mean, you can't ask for a better spring day. Throw over to first and sliding back in is Ethan Cook. A lot of games going on. Sectional championship games for softball going on. And a lot of regional championship games going on. And a fly ball. And it's off the wall. Just missing from going out of here. And going into third. Is Heiser, and a very, very long single for Brady Heiser as that hit another, I would say, 6 inches, and that would have been out of here. As I mentioned, all it is really about a 4-foot fence here, and it hit just before, below the yellow tape there, and Heiser got it all. Well, maybe not all. If you would have gotten it all, it would have been out of here. But it sounded good coming off the bat as we've got that microphone sitting up at home plate up there, but it sounded really good coming off the bat. So now we have runners at first and third as Cook had to hold up as there is only one out. So one down here with runners at the corners, and Lamovic in trouble here in the third inning. And a swing and a miss by Bramer. Bramer struck out swinging back in the first inning. But yeah, a lot of regional championship games going on today to advance to the sectionals. And the winner of this one will go and play on Tuesday at 1 o'clock in the Athens sectional. And they will take on the winner of the McDonald Catholic and hit by a pitch, and that will load the bases. That is the second batter that Lamovic has hit. So loading the bases for the Redmen here in the top of the third inning. And a little conference out on the mound there with head coach Randy Montalvo. And we'll tell you about our great sponsors. We'll tell you about Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. And also about BB&D Sports Shop. BB&D Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. Shop 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations in Cadott and Abbotsford, or online at bigbeardown.com. That's BB&D Sports Shop. the conference ends. Bases loaded here with one down. And the pitch just missing. As I was mentioning, the Edgar, the winner of that McDonald Catholic, who's seated number 5, and a call strike catching the outside corner to Blake Henderson. Blake singled back in the second inning. And taking on the number 1 seed, Edgar. And the winner of that game will take on the winner of this game at Athens at 1 o'clock on Tuesday, January 10th. That would be the second game of the sectionals. The sectionals will start at 10 o'clock. They'll have games at 10, 1, and I think it's 4 that the sectional games will be played. So you win in that first game, you will stick around and play in the championship game if you win. And a swing and a miss, and striking out is Blake Henderson. So 2 down as Lamovic gets a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. You can call Jamie Wenzel for all your cleanup needs. And Serve Pro like it never happened. So strikeout number 5 here for Lamovic, bringing up Tyler Maidaka. And working out of the windup and just missing that outside corner. Other games in this in the Division 1, Spash is at Hudson and River Falls is at DC Everest. In Division 2, number 7 Rhinelander is at number 3 Mosinee in the Merrill sectional. And a base hit out to center. It's going to score a run as they hold up Heiser at third, but the Redmen get another run to make this game a 3-2 ball game as Ethan Cook scores from third base and an RBI single by Tyler. So 3-2 now, and bringing up the left, hitting from the left side is Lucas Cook. So base is still loaded here for the Redmen from the windup. And the pitch and a swing and a miss by Lucas Cook for strike 1. And then in Division 3, number 3 Stratford is at number 2 Marathon, and the winner will go to the Augusta sectional. And number 5 Bondwell is at number 1 Wittenberg-Burneywood, and they'll go to the Chilton sectional. And in Division 4, as I mentioned, McDonald Catholic and Edgar, and the Rib Lake Loyal winners here will go to Athens to play next Tuesday. And in Division 5 is the Columbus Catholic Dons taking on number 1 Pittsville down at Pittsville, and the winner will play Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the Blair Taylor sectional, and they will take on Blair Taylor as they played their regional championship game yesterday, as they did not get enough rain down there to cancel their ball game, so they got their game in. And fouling off is Cook. So that pretty much takes care of the boys tournament action in the central Wisconsin area here. We'll mention the girls action later on here, as there's just a few ball games, but big key wins yesterday by Columbus Catholic Dons. I had a chance to watch that one yesterday in Marshfield, and great comeback victory by the Dons. Next pitch, checks the swing, and they're saying he went. They appealed it to the base umpire, and they said that Cook went for the 6th strikeout, but the Redmen come up with 1 run on 1 hit. Excuse me, 2 hits, and left the bases loaded. And so after 2.5 innings of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds 3 and the Rib Lake Redmen 2 And you're watching Tournament Action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. They have turkey calls, decoys, and more from HS Strut, Mojo, and Woodhaven. Food plot seed and mineral from Big & J, Real Deal, Big Time, and Whitetail Magic. And a wide variety of Big Bear Down scent sprays and bear bait. By the bag, by the barrel, and by the truckload. 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or online at BigBearDown.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown. And I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
And we're back here at Loyal and looking at the first 3 at-bats here for Rib Lake. They've put the runners on. They've stranded 7 runners here in the first 3 innings of this contest, and they trail 3-2. So if you're going to look at why they're not leading, that would be the reason, as Lamovic has gotten out of jams here against the Redmen. And leading off for Loyal, the shortstop, Kane Tofar, as Kane walked back in the first inning and scored the second run for the Greyhounds. Shytower from the windup and outside. Mentioned girls tournaments as Pacelli and Assumption had a dandy yesterday as Pacelli came out on top 3-0. And they are taking on its 2 number 1 seeds. Pacelli taking on Melrose Mendora and at the Necedah sectional, the championship game. Number 1 Thorpe, number 1 seed in Division 5, is taking on number 2 Northwood Solon Springs in the Thorpe sectional. And Marshfield Columbus, the number 1 seed, is taking on Ithaca in the Blair Taylor sectional. So some great matchups in girls sectional action. As leading off was Kane Tofar as he worked a walk against Shytower, and that's the second time that Kane has walked in this contest. And following it off is Rhett Lamovic as Rhett grounded out to the shortstop back in the first inning. And the pitch. And as Tofar was taken off on the pitch and he headed back to first, he didn't know if that was going to be caught or not, but one ball went out of play. And taking a look over in the, as bring the glasses out here and warming up over in the Loyal bullpen is number 6. That's Petkovsek. The sophomore is warming up in the and a shot down the third base line out to left field. And as Lamovic hobbles down to first, so we may see a pitching change in the 4th inning as Lamovic is being pulled for a courtesy runner. That is number 14. That is Jake Linder, the freshman, coming in for Lamovic as Lamovic gets a base hit and advances Tofar to second. Bringing up Colton Sandelier as Sandelier had a 2-run double in the first inning to put Loyal out in front 2-1. Shytower from the stretch and fouling off back into the screen. Shytower getting the sign from the stretch. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike two. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Shytower from the stretch takes a look at second. And the pitch. And a ground ball past the shortstop. It's going to score a run. Rounding third and heading home is Tofar with another run, giving the Loyal Greyhounds a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the third inning as Sandelier comes up with an RBI single. And stopping at second is the courtesy runner, Jake Linder, bringing up Hunter Walter, who struck out but reached first on an error by the catcher as that third strike got by him and was then forced out at second when Trin came up. But Hunter Walter now with a situation of runners at first and second with nobody down, and Loyal leading here 4-2 in the bottom of the third inning. And pitch comes inside for a ball as it pops away from Ethan Cook. So a walk and two singles has plated a run for the Loyal Greyhounds here in the bottom of the third inning. Shytower gets a sign from Cook from the stretch, squaring around and caught off a second, and now caught in a rundown is Linder, and Linder's going to be tagged out, and going to second on that rundown is Sandelier, as that'll go 1 to 2 to 4 to 6 to 5 for out number 1. And Sandelier going to second. And Walter is still the batter. Inexperienced runner has had a big lead out there, and a snap throw by Cook from behind the plate through a perfect strike. And a long fly ball out the left, and camping under it is Ethan Cook, and gets the ball back in for out number 2 as Walter gave it a ride. And Trinchell now coming up. Had a fielder's choice back in the first inning, as Loyal has only stranded 1 runner so far in this contest compared to the 7 that the Rib Lake Redmen have had. From the stretch, and a fly ball out the right fielder going back, and making the catch is Blake Henderson for out number 3. But the Loyal Greyhounds come up with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. And after 3 innings of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds 4 and the Rib Lake Redmen 2. And you're watching tournament action from Loyal on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wietrich family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
And we're back here at Loyal, where the Loyal Greyhounds lead the Rib Lake Redmen in a regional championship game. The winner will go to Athens, playing the sectionals next Tuesday, with Loyal leading here 4-2. And ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish workers. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids, and get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. And leading off for the Redmen, back to the top of the batting order in Slade Shytower as he takes a swing and a miss for strike one. Slade struck out in the first and reached in a fielder's choice in the second, so 0 for 2 on the day. Right-handed hitter. And Lamovic still in there yet, as I'm not sure which leg it is. It must not be his that is bothering him, because he'd have to push off his right one and land on his left. So he's kind of stretching there now as that pitch got away from him, and he is limping back to the mound. You can notice the little limp he's got as he gets the sign from Trin. And ball hit the left field past shortstop as Shytower leads off the top of the fourth inning with a base hit, bringing up Seth Borchardt as Seth struck out swinging in the first and grounded out to the second baseman back in the second inning. Rhett throws over to first, and Shytower back. Diving in, getting his dirty white pants all dirty. Mom's not going to like that. Rhett steps back off the rubber, and sliding back in is Slade Shytower. It is a little dusty out there. And Shytower taking off. And Shytower with a stolen base. And goes out into center field. So Shytower gets a stolen base. And let's see, that would be his 15th stolen base on the year, which leads the Redmen. They have two players in double. And getting by the catcher and sliding into third, head first, is Slade Shytower as a wild pitch advances Shytower to third. So now, with another run just 90 feet away with nobody down, and Seth Borchardt, who has had a great season, left-handed hitter, as he has 15 RBIs on the season. And a call strike on the inside corner, right at the letters. Lamovic from the windup and the pitch. And way outside. As you can see that as he's hopping on that foot, it's got to be that right leg that is bothering him. I'm surprised he can actually push off the rubber with that right foot. From the windup and the pitch. And the pitch upstairs. You're just wondering how long Coach Montalvo will go with Lamovic here. Will it be a short string or not? And down low. And walks Borchardt. So runners at the corners now with nobody down. And no movement over there in the Loyal bullpen. As warming up before was Andy Pekovsik. And Pekovsik is actually the third baseman for the Greyhounds. So he's actually was loosening up in between innings there. Takes a look and a pitch upstairs and bounces off the catcher's glove, and going into second on that pass ball will be Seth Borchardt. As it's almost like the catcher's got a new glove. His balls are bouncing out of that glove. He's just not closing it tight enough. Lemovic with the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Runners now at second and third for the Redmen. And a base hit could tie this game up. As the Loyal Greyhounds lead 4-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. And a swing and a miss. As it was fouled off. As Kalen Scheitower, who singled and scored back in the first and struck out back in the third. Lemovic gets a sign. And the windup. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And he's tagged out. And that is strikeout number 7. So one down here in the top of the fourth with runners at. And bringing up Ethan Cook, who has been hit by a pitch back in the first, walked and scored in the third. And time is called. Lemovic back on the rubber, gets the sign from Trent, and upstairs for a ball. Way outside for a ball. Runners at second and third getting very sizable leads as Lemovic working out of the windup. And a call strike right at the knees. I'm surprised with only one out that he's working out of the windup instead of out of the stretch. Maybe he feels more comfortable with that injury of working out of the windup than out of the stretch. And time is called. As Lemovic with 7 strikeouts so far in this contest. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. He's actually hit 2 batters, and he has 3 walks in this contest. Mowick steps off the rubber. Now steps back on, gets set. Out of the windup. And the pitch. And a ground ball back to Lemovic. And play and got a run down here. And nobody at third as the catcher ran him all the way back. Runner at second stayed at second. And actually, Shytower was only maybe 15 feet away from home plate and ran all the way back to third. And the catcher, Shell, did not throw it down there. He thought he could maybe outrace him there, but Cook will be on with a fielder's choice, and bases loaded now for the Redmen. And out having a conference right now is Coach Montalvo with his ball club. And we're going to tell you about Lakewood Credit Union. Lakewood Credit Union is proud to serve the greater Rib Lake community with checking and savings accounts, flexible loan options for life's needs, and convenient mobile banking. Lakewood Credit Union, local banking with the personal service you now know and love. Federally insured by NCUA. Equally opportunity lender. That's Lakewood Credit Union. And the conference is all over. And Lamovic in a situation here with one down, bases loaded for the Redmen. The Redmen so far in this contest has stranded 7 ball players in this contest. And a swing and a miss at a high fastball from Lamovic. Coming up is Brady Heiser, who had a base hit back in the first and a long drive that hit at the fence here. Another 6-7 inches, it would have been out of here. And the catcher can't find it as it bounced away. And coming in on that wild pitch is Shytower. And so it's now a 4-3 ball game as the Redmen now have runners at second and third as they advance on that wild pitch. As it bounced in front of the catcher, and catcher Shell had no idea where it was. It was Lamovic who came over to pick it up, but Shytower was across home plate with that third run to make it 4-3. And a swing and a miss by Heiser. So 1-2 count now on the first baseman, Brady Heiser. Lamovic from the windup and the pitch. And down in the dirt, knocked down by Shell. As Lamovic you got to give Lamovic a lot of credit. He knows what's on the line here, and even with that injury, he says, I'm not coming out. I want to play. I want to go to sectionals. And just missing. It was very, very tempting by Brady Heiser as he wanted to take a swing at that, but he held up as it broke away at the last moment. Runners at second and third for the Redmen. With one down here in the top of the fourth inning. And a fly ball into the power alley. As the right fielder picks it up. And coming into second is Heiser, and scoring from second is Ethan Cook. And before that was Borchard. And the Rib Lake Redmen have now taken a 5-4 lead over the Loyola Greyhounds on a 2-run double by Brady Heiser, his third hit of the ball game and his third RBI. Gives the Redmen now a 5-4 lead as Lamovic was ahead in the count on Heiser, and Heiser hit one in the right center field power alley for a double to give the Redmen a 5-4 lead over the Loyal Greyhounds here in the top of the fourth inning. And Randy Montalvo out there talking to his ball club, and We'll see if he's going to make a pitching change, as it looks like we do have a new pitcher, and it's number 6. That would be Petkovsik, Andy Petkovsik, who has moved from third base to now pitch. And we'll see who's going to be playing third. We'll tell you about J&P Auto Repair. When you need professional auto service, look no further than J&P Auto in Rib Lake. J&P Auto congratulates Brady and the Rib Lake team and coaches on a great season. You make your community proud. That's JP Auto Repair in Rib Lake. And Teeman Realty offers complete real estate and appraisal services to Clark County and beyond. Visit them at their Greenwood office or at teemanrealty.com. Go Hounds! And we'll give you one more here. That would be Zembo Plumbing and Heating are your full-service home comfort experts. Congratulations to the Rib Lake baseball team and coaches on a fantastic season from Zembo Plumbing and Heating. And let's see, we've got Petkovsik now pitching, and we have no idea who's at third base, but we'll find out in just a bit when we get all the warm-ups done here. Final day of school here at Loyal, as I was pulling in, and teachers were all out in the parking lot here where the buses were, and buses were beeping their horns and waving goodbye to the teachers, and I know Marshfield had their final day also today, as my daughter, it's kind of fast how they grow up, as my daughter finishing her junior year, going to be a senior now next year, and they grow up very, very fast. So, and playing third base will be Rhett Lamovic, as he moves to third base for the Greyhounds. And the Greyhounds now down 5-4 as the Redmen come up with 3 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. As Brady Heiser has been kind of a wrecking crew for the Redmen here. And running is Aiden Stapleton at second base for Heiser, and Brevin Bramer, now the DH, at the plate. Brevin has struck out in the first and got hit by a pitch back in the third. And a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Low and away. As you can hear the fans in the background there with our microphone by home plate there, cheering Andy on. And a ground ball to short. And gets by the shortstop for an error. And rounding third. And scoring is... And going to second on that is Bramer, as the Redmen score another run and now lead 6-4 on an error by Tofar at short. And Bramer going into second on the throw. As a routine ground ball. It's Pet Koshik? Pet Oshik. Okay, Pet Oshik. Thank you for chiming in there. As we have a discussion as Coach Montalvo coming out to talk to the base umpire. And we're not sure what the call is going to be on this. And they're saying they're sending the runner back to second. As they're saying maybe it was obstruction on the batter. But going back is Ty Nemi. And Henderson at the plate, who's 1 for 2 on the day. As we have quite a few Rib Lake fans here. You can hear them in the background there. And next pitch. Fans not pleased on that ball call there. Andy from the stretch. And the pitch. Just missing inside. Andy's right around the plate. Two and one count. And the pitch. And a high hopper to second. Fielded and thrown over first. It's Kautzer. And advancing to third. Is Nini. And so now 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. And bringing up Tyler Mataka. Andy getting the sign from Trin and steps back off the rubber. And the pitch, breaking ball right across the plate. A big double by Brady Heiser here in the 4th inning. Put the Redmen on top as Brady picked up his 3rd RBI in the contest. He's 3 for 3 on the day. And Brady Heiser, who is a senior, nice way to finish your high school baseball career, possibly. With a 3 for 3 games so far. That senior leadership showing right there. Andy from the stretch looks over at third. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. As the Loyal Greyhounds are going to have to come now back from a 6-4 deficit here in the 4th inning. Andy from the stretch and the pitch. Oh, just missing with that breaking ball upstairs. 8th batter for the Redmen here in the 4th inning on 2 hits. And the pitch. And a ground ball back to Andy. Flips it over to first for out number 3. But the Redmen come up with 4 runs on just 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. After 3.5 innings of play. It's the Redmen of Rib Lake, 6. And the Loyal Greyhounds, 4. And you're watching tournament action here from Loyal on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's 2 great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times
And we're back here at Loyal. My gosh, I thought I'd swallowed a bug there. It's early supper, I guess. I don't know. But we're fine now. And we're now in the bottom of the 4th inning, leading off right fielder Jonah Verks as Shy Tower pitched down Main Street for a call strike. Jonah has struck out back in the 1st inning. Just an inside pitch for a ball. The Redmen coming up with 4 runs in the 4th inning here to put them ahead of the Loyal Greyhounds, as the Greyhounds had a 4-2 lead going into that 4th inning. But a big 2-run double by Brady Heiser puts the Redmen ahead with a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Shy Tower from the windup and the pitch. And a shot over to second. And as Tyler throws her over to Brady for out number 1. Kosek now batting. Bounce back to the pitcher, back in the 2nd. Pitch down low. Andy now pitching. He started at 3rd. The upper half of the Loyal Greyhounds lineup has been effective. That's where the 4 runs have come from. Colton Sandelier, 2 for 2 so far in this contest. As Colton had a 2-run double back in the 1st. And foul ball down to 3rd base side. And Sandelier with 3 RBIs in this contest. Shy Tower. And shot to the short. And beautiful throw as Slade Shy Tower guns it over to Heiser for out number 2. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning, bringing up Reed Stiglitz, who was called out on strikes back in the 2nd inning. And a call strike. Loyal Greyhounds looking to advance in this and try to get their first trip to state in baseball. Just low and away to Reed Stiglitz. And a ground ball short to Hopper, to Shy Tower, over to Heiser for out number 3. So, the Loyal Greyhounds go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And after 4 complete innings of play, it's the Riblick-Redmond 6 and the Loyal Greyhounds 4. And you're watching tournament action on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
And we're back here at Loyal, and we're going to tell you about Hankey Oil. Hankey Oil has been proudly serving the Rib Lake area since 1954. Get quality fuels for your farm, home, and forestry needs at Hankey Oil. Wishing the Rib Lake baseball team the best of luck in today's game. Well, that luck has gone to the Rib Lake-Redmond as they put up 4 here in the 4th inning to give them a 6-4 lead over the Loyal Greyhounds. As Loyal having an outstanding season this year, and Rib Lake-Redmond, both teams were conference champions. Rib Lake in the Merwood North, and of course Loyal in the Clover Belt East, having an outstanding season. So that's one of the goals they set, is to take a regional championship. And that's what we're playing for today. And the first pitch comes into Lucas Cook, the left fielder, for a down low for a ball. And wind up and the pitch by Andy. And a ground ball past the first baseman. Takes a bad hop as Hunter Walter tried to field that. And Lucas with a base hit down the right field line. And back to the top of the batting order is Slade Scheitower, the shortstop. He's the one that got it started going in the 4th inning with a base hit, then stole second, and actually scored on a wild pitch. Advanced to third on a wild pitch, and then another wild pitch. He scored that run to make it a 4-3 ball game. And scoring the bunt and getting by. And got him as the ball came back off that short wall. There's a short distance, very short distance, and it hits that plywood and bounces right back to catcher Trin Schell. And Schell threw a perfect strike to Kautzer at second to get Lucas Cook for the out. So maybe this will be a momentum builder for the Loyal Greyhounds. And next pitch by Andy is inside for a ball. As a great defensive play on part of Trin Schell and also Andy Kautzer to put that tag on Lucas Cook for out number 1. And next pitch upstairs for a ball. Andy working out of the windup. And the pitch. And a call strike. Yeah, Scheitower thought it was a ball. He was going to take off. But catching that outside corner for a call strike. And for out number 2. As Andy makes the play on that. So 2 down. as Seth Borchert, who walked and scored in the 4th inning. He landed up walking, and then advanced on a pass ball, and then moved to third on a wild pitch, and scored on that RBI, 2-run RBI double by Heiser. And first pitch comes into Borchert for a ball. So Seth, 0 for 2 today for the Redmen, but scored a run. They say walks can hurt you, and that's exactly, there's actually twice now where a walk has occurred that Rib Lake scored on those walks. So they say walks will always kill you. So there's been 3 walks by the Loyal pitchers today. And catching the inside corner for Borchert for a call strike. Great relief job here by Andy here in the 5th inning. And a breaking ball. And makes the play. Andy goes over to cover first, but a diving by Hunter Walter and getting a base hit is Seth Borchert. So Seth 1 for 3 on the day on an infield hit, bringing up Talon Scheitauer, who is 1 for 3. He base hit and scored back in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd, and struck out in the 4th for the Redmen. And they're saying now it was a foul ball. Really, really late call on that. They're saying that it was a foul ball. It must have hit off the batter. That's about the only way, as it went past, or it got to Walter at first, a good 15 feet away from the bag. And shot back to the mound and knocks Andy down, and time will be called on that one to see how he is. But either way, Borchert will be credited with a base hit. I already had him down for a base hit, so he got 1 extra pitch, and a shot back to the mound knocked Andy off his feet there. And the ball went trickling over to the shortstop, Tofar. And coming out is the trainer to check on Andy, see what his situation is out there. And we'll tell you about Smith Brothers Meats. Get fresh meats and cheeses every day and let them cater your next event. Smith Brothers Meats in Colby, open Monday through Friday, 8 till 6, and Saturdays, 8 till 4. As they're still checking on Andy out there on the mound, he seems to be okay. We're going to let him throw a couple pitches here, see if he's all right. As I'm surprised the trainer, once Andy went to the ground, I was surprised the trainer didn't come out right away. But he seems to be okay as he's throwing off the mound there. He gets 2 warm-up pitches there as players get back into their positions here. And brings up Talon Scheitauer, who has really settled down here for the Redmen as he's retired 5 in a row, as he's got now a 6-4 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. The winner of this contest goes to Athens on Tuesday to play at 1 o'clock. The Athens sectional, and lays one down, and Andy gets the final out there. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And after 4.5 innings of play, it's Rib Lake 6, Loyal 4. You're watching tournament action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wietrich family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
And we're back here at Loyal, and looking at these rosters, that Rib Lake has 2 seniors on this team, 4 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 4 freshmen. And one of the freshmen's actually an all-conference honorable mention selection. And for the Loyal Greyhounds, 3 seniors, 8 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. So both of these teams taking conference this year with a very young ball club, and so they're going to be reckoned with for the next couple of years here as 2 outstanding programs. And a breaking ball for a strike is Shytower finding the zone here right now, as Adam Kautzer is leading it off for the Loyal Greyhounds, and pitch down in the dirt. It's great to have Ryan back here producing with me. It was great fun during the basketball season. We've done a couple games this spring during baseball and softball, but hopefully this summer with Legion Ball coming around. But I know you're going to Stevens Point, and I'm going more north to Stratford and staying in Marshfield, so maybe our paths will cross again, because I know I will not be around next week for sectionals, as I have other commitments, as my daughter will be receiving an award down at the state convention for FFA. So I will be heading down to Madison for 3 days, and so I'm just a proud dad is what I am, and she's done outstanding. So, in fact, it cost me $40 because I still pay her for grades yet, and it cost me $40 this time. So, ground ball down to third base line as Kautzer starts out the inning with a shot down the line. Bringing up the shortstop, Kane Tofar. So, yeah, they grow up so fast, and it seems like just like yesterday that she was born, and here, she's going to be a senior next year. So, but no, I'm going to take a week off, but I'll be back for some Legion baseball and Chaparral's baseball this summer. So, just taking a little rest. So, but I wish Ryan the best this summer, and I think you got one more year of college yet?
Semester.
1 semester left. Oh my goodness. So you'll graduate in December then?
That's the hope.
That's the hope. Yeah, just don't goof off too much, Shytower from the stretch. Pitch down low, as Kautzer leading off the bottom of the 5th inning here with a base hit. Tying run at the plate in Kane Tofar. And Kane on the season, let's see what he has done. He's had 2 triples and 4 doubles this year. He's hitting .389, have 17 RBIs. So he does have some pop to him. Leading the team in home runs, actually, is Lamovic with 6 home runs this year. And a fly ball in the infield. Shortstop, Shytower coming over making the catch for out number 1. As talking about Rhett Lamovic as he now comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to the shortstop in the first and a base hit back in the third. Shytower from the stretch. And a call strike. Catching that outside corner. And attempting to steal and sliding in with a stolen base is Adam Kautzer as it puts him now in scoring position. That is, well, let's see here. We'll see how many stolen bases Adam has this year. He's 4 for 4 going on that attempt. He's 5 for 5 now. As Loyal does like to steal, as they've had 96 attempts stealing this year and been successful 83 times. That's one of the highest of stolen bases that I've seen this year. I know Stratford likes to run also, as I saw them quite a bit this year, and they've got like right around 75 stolen bases this year and only been cut down like 4 times. But and shortstop Shytower trying to sneak back in. Kautzer with a nice lead. And a call strike to Lamovic for out number 2 as Lamovic gets caught stealing. I couldn't tell if that was the Loyal fans clapping but I'll tell you, Rib Lake's got a nice crowd here making that trip down from Rib Lake for this contest. Bringing up Colton Sandelier as Colton has 3 RBIs as he had a 2-run double in the first and an RBI single in the third. So he's accounted for 3 of the 4 runs here. And a shot. Could bring in another run. Rounding third and coming home is Kautzer. And the ball gets by the second baseman out to center field. And going to third is Sandelier as Sandelier comes up with another RBI double. Comes up with an RBI double and advances to third on an error on the second baseman. So now it makes it a 6-5 ball game as Kautzer scores on that double. The second of the game by Colton Sandelier. And we have a conference on the mound as the whole infield joins Shytower and Coach Iverson out on the mound. As Colton Sandelier picks up his 4th RBI with his 3rd hit of the game in that cleanup spot. And you look at Brady Heiser, who hits in the 5 spot. He's 3 for 3, and he's done all the damage for Rib Lake. So 2 outstanding ball players there. As Colton Sandelier, who is a junior, will have 1 more year. The seniors on this Loyal team is Seth Duell and Rogan Ashbeck and Trin Scheel are the 3 seniors. And over on for Rib Lake, they have Tyler Taka and let's see where the other one is. Brady Heiser is the other senior. So, like I said, both of these clubs, very, very young ball club. And bringing up Hunter Walter, who is 0 for 2 on the day. And shot back to the mound as Shytower flips it with the glove for out number 3 as Shytower knocked that down, ran over, flipped the glove, flipped the ball with his glove to get that 3rd out. But Loyal Greyhounds come up with 1 run on 2 hits no errors, and, one error and one left. And after 5 complete innings of play, it's the Rib Lake Redmen 6 and the Loyal Greyhounds 5. And you're watching tournament action here from Loyal on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
And we're back here at Loyal, where Loyal came up with a run in the 5th inning to make it 6-5 Rib Lake. Defensive change for the Loyal Greyhounds, now playing left field, sophomore Isaac Zabel playing left field for Rogan Ashbeck. As Rogan was being DH'd by Colton Sandelier, so Isaac is in there for defensive purposes. And coming back out on the mound is Andy, and Andy's done a great job. He's given up 2 hits, but has not given up any runs, and he's gotten some big key ground balls. And leading off is Ethan Cook, who is 0 for 1 on the day, but he has scored twice. He was hit by a pitch back in the first, walked and scored in the third, fielder's choice and scored in the fourth. So here in the top of the 6th, he leads it off for the Rib Lake Redmen, trying to possibly pick up a few more insurance runs. And the pitch up high, bouncing off of that plywood. You know, with that microphone sitting there, you can hear that really good. As long as the ball does not hit the microphone, we're fine. Otherwise, the interviews are shot for the day then. I have no idea where you put that microphone out on the backstop there. So that breaking ball from back here looked pretty good. But count, I think, is 3-0 right now. 2-1, okay. As I mentioned before, it's hard to see that scoreboard. And there's a strike. Andy getting the sign from Trin from the windup and the pitch. And fouling it off. Rib Lake with 6 runs on 9 hits. I think they've got 1 error, and they have stranded 9 players in today's game. And a call, strike 3, right at the knees on a breaking ball as Cook goes down looking for out number 1, bringing up Brady Heiser, the first baseman, as Brady had a base hit back in the first, a long base hit off the left field wall here in the third, and a 2-run double back in the 4th inning, and he is scored, and so he's 3 for 3, a swing and a miss. As as Andy gets him on that breaking ball. And the Loyal Greyhounds have 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 3 left. And a swing and a miss on another breaking ball. Andy gets the sign. Wind up and high and outside for a ball. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Rib Lake with a 1-run lead at 6-5. Great turnout here at Loyal. Great following by Rib Lake also. And a shot, a half swing shot down the right field line and out of play. We're hearing strange noises up here. We're thinking this might be haunted up here. Ryan gave me a funny look like, what's happening here? Andy gets the sign. And we're ready. Wind up and the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. I forgot to mention it after the last one. And Jamie Wenzel will take care of all your cleanup needs. Call Surf Pro, just like it never happened. And 2 down here in the 6th inning. Second strikeout by Andy. Brings up Brevin Bramer, the DH. Brevin struck out in the 1st, hit by a pitch in the 3rd, and reached on an error by the shortstop in the 4th. Left-handed hitter. Inside for a ball. Brevin DHing. They have him listed as a catcher and also a third baseman. He's a sophomore. Pitch down low. Two down here in the top of the 6th inning. Wind up and the pitch. Call strike. As 3-1 count. And the pitch. And fouling it off. That will load it up at 3-2 with 2 down here. We'll see if Andy can strike out the side here in the top of the 6th inning. And inside for ball 4. So the 3rd time that Brevin has been on base today for the Redmen. Bringing up Blake Henderson, who singled in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, and grounded out to the second baseman in the 4th. Right-handed hitter Blake Henderson. And snap throw down to first. Scooped up nicely by Hunter Walter there at first. And sliding back in was Brevin Bramer. Andy looking for the sign from Trin. From the stretch. And the pitch. Down in the dirt, knocked down nicely by Trin. Rib Lake looking to add an insurance run here in the 6th inning. Another pitch down in the dirt, knocked down nicely. Loyal with possibly 2 more at-bats here to get some more runs. Pull out a win. And throw down the first. And sliding back in head first is Brevin Bramer. And fans thought that was a pretty good pitch to Blake Henderson, but the umpire has the final say on that. Andy from the stretch, and the pitch. And a shot past the shortstop out to left field. And a second hit for Blake Henderson, as Blake now 2 for 4 on the day. Bringing up Tyler Mataka, the second baseman, who's 1 for 3 on the day. So Rib Lake with a runner in scoring position here. After striking out the first 2 that Andy faced here in the 6th inning, he walked the next batter, and Blake Henderson with a single. So now we have runners at first and second here in the top of the 6th inning. Andy from the stretch takes a look at second. And a call strike with that breaking ball right across the letters. Rib Lake stranding 9 ball players so far in this contest. And a breaking ball down. Sizable lead by Brevin there at second. And throw over to second. And Brevin dives back in. Covering on the play there is Adam Kautzer, who had a big hit in the 5th inning and scored to narrow the gap to 6-5. Andy with the delivery. And a call strike with a fastball right on the outside corner, right at the knees. As Tyler looks down, gets a sign from the third base coach, gets back in the box, he's set. Andy taking plenty of time there. From the stretch. And a breaking ball. And a fly ball just out of play. So the runners all head back. Big pitch coming up to Tyler here. And the count is 1-2. As Andy's not sure what pitch as Trin goes through the and a breaking ball. 2-2 count now. Andy taking a long time out there getting the sign from his catcher. From the stretch. And the pitch. And a call, strike 3, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strike. Out. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your cleanup needs. Call Serve Pro like it never happened. So, Andy striking out 3 here in the 6th inning. And Rib Lake with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. And after 5.5 innings of play, it's Rib Lake 6 and the Loyal Greyhounds 5. And you're watching tournament action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we.
It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
And we're back here at Loyal, and first pitch down in the dirt, back to the backstop. So far in this contest, Rib Lake has out-hit Loyal 10-5. Rib Lake has stranded 11 runners in this contest. Looking at this, Rib Lake has had a hit every inning. They had 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. And actually, it's top to bottom that in fact, I think there's only 2 starters that do not have a hit in this contest. Ball gets by and thrown down, and a strikeout by Shytower as Trin goes down swinging and gets by the catcher. Catcher throws it down to Brady Heiser. That's Ethan Cook throwing down to Brady to get out number 1. As Jonah Verks is now the batter. And right down Main Street. Jonah has struck out in the first and grounded out to second in the fourth. Bottom of the order has been very, very quiet for the Loyal Greyhounds. As they are 0 for 9 in the bottom 4 batters for the Greyhounds. So, Shytower. And a line shot and a 1-hopper. As the shortstop, Shytower didn't know if he should take the hop or take the line drive. And he thought at the last moment, we'll take the hop. And it just hopped away from him with a bad hop. And we're going to give Jonah a base hit on that. As the old saying, you play the ball, don't let the ball play you. So 1 down here now in the bottom of the 6th. And Loyal down by 1. The go-ahead run is at the plate. And we'll see what Andy can do. And coming into pinch run is number 14. That is Jake Lindner, the freshman. And Shytower from the stretch. And a call strike right between the belt and the letters. Fastball. And the ball gets away, and Linder goes into second on a wild pitch. So now, runner in scoring position, tying run at second. A regional championship on the line. From the stretch, and the pitch. And low and away for a ball. Winner of this contest heads to Athens on Tuesday to play at 1 o'clock against, let's see, I think it was, yes, the winner of the McDonald Catholic Edgar game. As I mentioned, that will be played at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. Shytower from the stretch. Linder at second. And Shytower was ready, but time was called as Andy stepped out of the box. From the stretch. And the pitch. And a strike right at the knees. Andy is grounded out to the pitcher in the second and the shortstop in the fourth inning. And a fly ball out to left. Going back is the left fielder. That is Ethan Cook as he makes the catch for out number 2. As are we having a as it looks like, let's see here, as we now have a new pitcher as Slade Shytower is now pitching, and going to short is Talon Shytower. And let's take a look here at what the numbers are on Slade Shytower. As Slade has, this will be his 13th appearance. He's got a 1-1 record. He has 2 saves on the season. He's thrown 23 innings, given up 14 earned runs, has an ERA of 4.26. He's walked 16 and struck out 17, and he has hit 3 batters. So Slade Shytower now pitching for the Redmen. And a call strike. As it looks like we have a pitch hitter. Or no, Adam is. And a call strike to Adam Kautzer. Shytower takes a look at second. And a call strike. And a strikeout for Shytower. As Loyal leaves one stranded. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after 6 complete innings of play, it's Rib Lake 6 and Loyal 5. And you're watching tournament action here from Loyal on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
And we're back here at Loyal High School And the top of the 7th inning, Rib Lake leading 6-5 as Loyal landed up leaving a runner in scoring position at second base. And we'd like to thank all the sponsors tonight that help you bring this broadcast, and welcome to all the sponsors from Rib Lake. Glad to, we don't get to see you guys very often, but and a long fly, way out, gone by Lucas Cook as he drives one to right field over the wall for a solo home run to give Rib Lake a little cushion here in the top of the 7th inning as he gave it a ride. And I mean, that was well beyond the right field wall. I would say a good 20, 25 feet beyond the right field wall, as right fielder Jonah Virks could just look at it go over the fence for a solo shot. And bringing up Slade Shytower now here in the top of the 7th inning. As that was the first run that Andy has given up in this contest. Right now, the pitcher on record is Rhett Lamovic. Next pitch outside. So a little cushion for the Rib Lake Redmen as Lucas Cook goes 2 for 3 today in that number 9 spot. As the bottom of this order for Rib Lake, Henderson 2 for 4, Teka 1 for 4, and also Cook 2 for 3. And Cook has been on 3 times, so very impressive. The top half of the order and the bottom half, and then you look at Brady Heiser right in the middle going 3 for 4 so far. So great day for Rib Lake Redmen. I was mentioning about Rib Lake, the sponsors. Glad to read a few new commercials sponsored by the businesses up there in Rib Lake. I've been up there a couple times. Years back, I did quite a few ball games up there for Coach Iverson, and nice little town up there. And a good buddy of mine, Jeff Koch, who used to play up there in Rib Lake also, and heck of a ball player. In fact, he played at UW Marshfield, and that's how I got to know Jeff. And so, nice little town up there, and especially those big birds sitting on the light poles up there. That's what I can remember about Rib Lake up there. And so, but it is a beautiful, beautiful town up there. And a call, strike 3, as Shytower got fooled on that breaking ball. And so that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Andy. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your restoration needs. That's Serve Pro, like it never happened. 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning as Seth Borchert, who's now 1 for 3 on the day and scored a run. But no, thank you to the sponsors up in Rib Lake there, and the rest of the sponsors here in the central Wisconsin area, the Loyal area, the Greenwood area. Thank you very much for sponsoring today's ball game. We couldn't do it without you. And inside pitch down low. As Ryan's working back here, trying to get me some final scores back here of other games that are on Zaleski Sports, and I know there's some softball championship games going on in the sectionals to go to state, and also the regional championships in the central Wisconsin area here also. So fact, I had a list here somewhere. I spent most of the day doing paperwork at home, but now I can't find it, of who was all playing on Zaleski today. And Andy gets the sign, and the windup, and the pitch. And a ground ball past a diving third baseman. That would be Lamovic at third. And Seth gets his second hit of the ballgame, his 5th plate appearance in today's contest. And brings up Talon Scheitower, who is now playing shortstop. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Player of the Year in the Merriwood Northern Division. Scheitower name, very popular up in that area. I remember a young lady, Jane Scheitower, many, many years ago, moved down to Marshfield, played some softball down there. Throw down to first, and back in plenty of time is Seth Borchert. Jane, who played with, if not mistaken, the old Downtowner team. Very good ball player. And that whole Downtowner team, this is going back like, maybe 40 years ago, 45 years ago. So, and a swing and a miss, and stealing second is Borchert, and he gets a stolen base. Yeah, we'll see what how many he's got for the year here. Let's see, Borchert on the year. That would be his 6th stolen base. He's been caught once, but he's got 6 now on the year. Trying to get players into scoring position here for a little more insurance runs, because Loyal can explode at any time. And a swing and a miss by Scheitower. But every player on this Rib Lake team has been on base today, one way or another, by a hit or a walk or an error. But they make very good contact and very, what's the word I'm looking for at the plate? Very selective at the plate. They know the zone. And a fly ball out to left, and a line shot, and making the catch out in left field is Isaac Zabel, who's come into a defensive replacement last inning. So now 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning, and bringing up Ethan Cook, who is one of the players that don't have a hit yet for Rib Lake, but he's been hit by a pitch. He walked. He got on with a fielder's choice, so he's been on base 3 times and struck out in the 6th. So still being very, very productive and has scored 2 runs. So everybody on this club, one way or another, has been very, very productive. Andy with the breaking ball for a call strike. Andy takes a look at second. Sizable lead by Borchert. And fouls it off. Borchert with a very, very big lead out there. He's got at least a 7 or 8 step lead. I just counted a 7-step lead he's got out there. And the pitch. Breaking ball into the dirt and throwing it down and over the head of the first baseman and past the right fielder. And a run will score And that'll actually, it'll be actually 2 errors on that, as a throwing error and an error on the right fielder. And actually 3 errors on that play because of the strikeout where he had to throw it. Well, actually, no, he would have gotten on, so only 2 errors on the play. But it'll be an error on the second base, or on the catcher and also the right fielder. Ground ball, Andy, and he goes over and makes the play himself for out number 3. But the Rib Lake Redmen come up with 2 runs on a solo shot by Lucas Cook and a double error when Seth Borkart scores. They scored 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left. And so after 6.5 innings of play, it's the Rib Lake Redmen 8 and the Loyal Greyhounds 5. And you're watching tournament action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. They have turkey calls, decoys, and more from HS Strut, Mojo, and Woodhaven. Food plot seed and mineral from Big & J, Real Deal, Big Tine, and Whitetail Magic. And a wide variety of Big Bear Down scent sprays and bear bait. By the bag, by the barrel, and by the truckload. 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or online at BigBearDown.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown. And I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
And we're back here at Loyal as Rib Lake comes up with 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning to take an 8-5 lead over Loyal. And we do have 1 winner already for that Athens sectional, as Edgar takes down McDonald's Central Catholic 12-8 in a slugfest over in Edgar. And so the winner of this contest will take on the Edgar Wildcats next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And out on the mound is Slade Shytower, as he's coming in trying to get the save situation here. And Kane Tofar at bat for the Loyal Greyhounds. Last chance as we are in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Loyal trailing by 3. They're going to have another inning like they had in the first inning, and a call strike on a breaking ball as Tofar is caught looking. For out number 1. And bringing up Rhett Lamovic, who is 1 for 3 on the day. And shot out to right field and foul off the tarp. Rhett has grounded out to short, singled in the 3rd, and struck out in the 5th. As the Rib Lake fans can maybe feel it happening right now. And Hightower looking very impressive on the mound. Coming up at the end here will be our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, and those wonderful cheese curds. You can get them at Curtis or Marshfield. And fouling it off is Lamovic. In fact, I was at the Columbus game yesterday, and some person, Joe's always begging for cheese curds, and somebody brought him a 1 pound bag of cheese curds at the ball game yesterday. And the thing is, he would not share. And I thought, gee, thanks, Joe. You know. And a call, strike 3, as Lamovic looks at a breaking ball right at the knees for out number 2, bringing up Colton Sandelier, who's had an outstanding day with 2 doubles and a single, going 3 for 3, and has 4 RBIs on the day. And pitch outside, just missing that outside corner. And pitch down low for a ball. As we will be going down to get an interview with Coach Iverson, and player to be named most likely in the situation here, I would say Brady Heiser having a great day. He's going 3 for 5, but with 3 big RBIs that put the Rib Lake Redmen out in front, and Colton walking. So Loyal's going to have everything happen here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, as the tying run is in the on-deck circle. In Trinchell, Hunter Walter, batter. Pick-off move over at first, and Sandelier gets back. And a fly ball out to right, and making the catch, and with the win is Blake Henderson, as the Rib Lake Redmen win the regional championship by a score of 8-5 on a great comeback win by the Rib Lake Redmen, as they trailed in this contest. 3-1 and also 4-2, but a big 4th inning by the Redmen put them out on top, and they come in, and Slade Hightower shuts the door on the Loyal Greyhounds. So congratulations to the Rib Lake Redmen, and congratulations to the Loyal Greyhounds, who had an outstanding season of 16-3. And I know the fans here in Loyal, and also the players, are going to miss Coach Montalvo, as he will be moving to Arizona. But great job Randy has done with that program here. So we'll be right back after our post-game show with Nasonville Dairy. And you're watching on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wietrich family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's two great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Come on, man. I don't want to stand here.
Yeah, I think Dick wants to get home.
No shit. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
All right, we're back here at Loyal with big win by the Rib Lake Redmen. Increases their record to 18-5, and will now play in the sectionals on Tuesday. And you will take on the Edgar Wildcats as they were victorious 12-8 over McDonald. And great ball game. Your team kept their composure after being down, 3-1. and that big fourth inning where this gentleman on our right here comes up with that big 2-run double in the fourth inning there, and puts you guys ahead to stay, and then you bring in Slade to shut the door.
Yeah, Brady was 4 for 4 last night. Been hitting the ball hard all season long. Slade did a good job last night, closing the door last night, and he came in again tonight. So we kind of wanted to save him for this opportunity, and it worked out that way. So
I looked at this lineup during the ball game, and it's like everybody contributed into this ball game. I mean, you had some. I mean, you take a look at Ethan Cook, who did not have a hit, but he got hit by a pitch. He walked and scored, fielder's choice, and walked. I mean, he got on base, 3 times, and the whole lineup's like that, up and down. Yeah. That you guys were very effective.
Yeah, we haven't had one guy that we rely on. The bottom of the orders come through. Lucas Cook, number 9 here, hits a home run. Nemi kid comes in, gets a walk. So, I mean, we have 4 freshmen going and a sophomore starting that just came in this year. So he's like a freshman for us, too. Sure. So we got a lot of inexperience to start the year, but right now the guys are gelling pretty good. Our pitching's been good all year long. Our defense has been good all year long, and now we're starting to put the ball in play.
Yeah, in fact, your defense-wise, I mean, you had a couple errors in the ball game, but didn't really amount to anything. But you did an outstanding job today against a very, very good Loyal ball club.
Yeah, we knew they had a strong pitching coming in, and we in the Merriwood we've seen a lot of good pitching, and our non-conference schedule this year was really tough. So we were kind of at the end of the year we had Stratford, we had Medford, we had Marathon. We kind of planned it that way so that we see some good pitching. Whether we win or lose those games, we see some good pitching right before the tournament. So that's kind of how we've always worked it. Try to get some really tough games in when we face hard pitchers that we can handle it. So.
Sure. All right, Dick, thanks for stopping by. Good luck on Tuesday against the Edgar Wildcats, another Merriwood Conference opponent. So it'll be another challenge for you guys. So good luck the rest of the way.
Try to get something intelligent.
All right. Brady, outstanding ball game, and Coach was saying you had a hot bat yesterday also. So it's a great time to do it during regional time.
Yeah, it's kind of been my goal all season is just putting the ball in play. And if I can do that, I'm helping my team out and I'm doing my part to be able to go out and get a win.
Yeah, in fact, today with a single in the first, single in the third, that big double that put you guys ahead, and that second single, and it was right there by us, and I would say another 6 inches, and it was out of here.
I didn't know it off the bat, but when I got back, everybody was saying that, and I didn't realize it was off the fence. But I was about to go to 2, and then I didn't know quite where it was, so I just stayed at 1. But it worked out, so we got a nice hit. So yeah.
I thought maybe you were in your home run shot because I looked over and you were still standing at first base there. And I thought maybe you were in your home run shot already. But no, a great, outstanding ball game today, and nice defensive job at first. Also, you do a nice job, and in fact, the whole team did a nice job defensive-wise today.
Yeah, we got Mr. I said before, we got a kind of a young team. We got some freshmen, some underclassmen going, but they've really stepped up this year and helped us be able to go out and be the team that we are. And I believe that we can keep it rolling going into sectionals, and we got a good shot of going.
Well, and the thing is too, there's only 2 seniors on this ball club, and you've got that senior leadership, and they've got to look up to you.
Yeah, and I think it helps. I've been just trying to be a team player. I mean, that's who I am as a person, is I just try to get everybody else going, get everybody else to have fun, and I know that's where we can strive.
All right, Brady, congratulations. Nice ball game. Good luck next week at the sectionals. And we're going to stick around here. We're going to put you in the house. I think you know how this is done, don't you? All right, I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1, okay? So
Sounds
take
good.
the mic, and I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Brady Heiser, and I'm in the house.
Thanks, Brady. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
You betcha. Again, a great job by the Rib Lake Redmen as they come away with an 8-5 win over the Loyal Greyhounds here at Loyal, and as they will move on and take on the Edgar Wildcats on Tuesday at 1 o'clock over at the Athens Sectional. And for Ryan Rasmussen, I'm Mike Steinwagner. I'll see you in about maybe a week and a half. I'm taking a little break, but it was great working with Ryan again, and we'll see you down the road. Take care and have a great weekend.